The ocean, dark and mysterious, full of intricate creatures. And if you've ever played Subnautica, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go fishing for them in Magic the Gathering. And unlike in real life, where posing with a fish gets you no likes on Tinder, if you pose with these magic fishes, you will be getting many bishes. If you know what I'm saying, you'll be drowning in it, pun intended. And who doesn't want that? Couple of ground rules. Obviously, you guys voted on a fishing deck, and I gotta include the 6-pack of beer for the lads. Stick around for that. But Jester's privilege, this deck, let me be honest, it gets weird. And that's what it's all about. Now, before we dive right on into it, if you can't already tell, I'm the most unhinged deck builder on the internet. So if you've got a weird, wacky, silly, goofy idea, challenge me in the comments down below. The one with the most upvotes, I have to build. And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Now let's hop into the fishing deck. Our first issue is translation. How do we take something so boring and mundane like fishing and make it exciting in Magic the Gathering? First, our commander, hear me out. Zinnia, Valley's Voice, blue, red, white, Bird Bard, 1/3, gets +X+0, where X is the number of other creatures we control with base power 1. Why is it our fishing commander is no fish? Well, fishing is the activity of catching it for food or for sport. And birds do that all the time. Birds be nature's fishermen. Now, of course, the saying is there's plenty of fish in the sea, which is why Offspring lets us make a 1/1 token copy if we pay 2 additional mana. I believe in sustainable fishing practices because I'm a Chad like that. Now that that is out of the way, let's dive into Fishing Pole. 1 mana, artifact, equipment, equipped creature has, pay 1, tap Fishing Pole, put a bait counter on Fishing Pole, and when the equipped creature becomes untapped, remove a bait counter, make a 1/1 blue fish. We got a fish, baby, equips for 2. Then, of course, side quest, catch a fish, 2 and a white, beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card. If it's an artifact or creature, reveal it, put it in your hand. And if you put a card into our hand this way, we make a food token, it turns into land. Who cares? You don't care about that. Slam dunk, baby. We got the easiest fishing cards out of the way. Next up, we got Frostfair Lure Fish. 7 mana, 7/7. Absolute legend. The LeBron of the deck. It does it all. Enters, you make 2 fish. You make 2 tapped treasure tokens. Red fish, blue fish, haste, can't be blocked by humans. What a legend. Now, of course, things you can say about your Magic cards, but not about your partner. I like that they swallow the whole fleet. You know what I'm saying? 7 mana, 6/6, absolutely insane mill. It attacks, target player puts the top half of their library into their graveyard. Absolutely nasty. You Offspring this, now you got 2 people putting half, or you're having and having again. You mill them out. It's insane. Now, the roster of classic fish I gotta go over. Dan, you knew it was here. Love it. It's 2 blue mana. It's good. We got Skyreach Manta, 5 mana with Sunburst. So it'll come in with like 3+1 counters, and it has flying. That's good. We got Aboleth Spawn. I love this guy. 3 mana. It's got Probing Telepathy if you're a freak. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, we get a copy of it. We get to choose new targets. I love it. We get a little bit of their cool stuff, and it's a scary fish. Reef Worm. Granted, not a fish right away, but when it dies, it then makes another fish. And then when that thing dies, it makes a whale. And then when that thing dies, it makes a kraken. You Offspring this, my God, you're rolling in fish. We got Tidal Barracuda. I love him. 4 mana. You can do stuff at flash speed. That is fun and very cool. Next up, we got our Ponyo fish, a.k.a. our magic fish, a.k.a. the fish that like you casting spells. 3 mana for Wave Break, Hippocamp. Cast your first spell during each opponent's turn. Draw a card. Illuge. The first instant or sorcery spell we cast each turn cost less for each flooded land we have, and we got a lot of those. Then, Stinging Lionfish, 2 mana. When you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, we may tap or untap target non-land permanent. That's cool. We get to tap our stuff, or we can untap our guy who's fishing and then let him do it's a whole thing. They work really well together. They're a good deal. Unlike Manta Ray, it's 3 mana for a 3/3 with Island Home. You've heard of Island Walk? Well, it's like that, but worse. If defending player has no islands, it can't attack. And if we have no islands, we have to sacrifice it. And it can't be blocked except by blue creatures. Good thing, Illuge can flood somebody else's land and make it an island, so that does work, kind of. Now, of course, there's always a bigger fish, so let's talk about Capsho Kite Fins. It's 6 mana for a 3/3 flying fish. When it enters or another creature enters, we tap target creature and opponent controls. Give this guy Offspring. Now, 2 things get tapped down. I love it. Great combo, very cool. Kind of expensive, it is what it is. Wormfang Manta, 7 mana, comes into play, we skip our next turn. When it leaves play, we get an additional turn after this one. And guess what? Offspring that, skip our next 2 turns. We're crazy. Why? Because fishing is all about patience. Obviously, you gotta wait. You gotta be patient when you're fishing, or else you'll find a red herring, 1 in a red. It's good. Sometimes you draw a card. Anyway, it's a good segue into the fact that now it's time to get weird because we're going fishing in game. You see, side quest catch a fish is like look at your library, see if there's an artifact or creature, you get to draw it. And that got me thinking, if our library is full of fish like the ocean, why don't we go fishing in other oceans? Flarg and Nasari, 5 mana for a 5/4. Basically, beginning of our upkeep, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they hit a non-land card. An opponent chooses one of them, and we can cast up to 2 others without paying their mana cost. Basically, we're fishing for cool stuff from our opponents. It's basically like Minecraft. You could get leather armor, or you could get something really good like a mending book. Maybe they patched that. Doesn't matter, because this makes the deck really fun. We got a lot of this effect. We've got Atali, Primal Storm. He's a 6 mana 6/6. And what did you know? He's also a fisherman, because when he attacks, we exile the top card of each player's library, and we can cast any number of them without their mana cost. Basically for free, just like the ocean. Fish don't have costs. Now, Strago and Rem, 3 mana, human wizard, pay 3, target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they find an instant sorcery or creature card. We get to cast it without paying its mana cost, and if it's a creature, it gains haste, and we have to sacrifice it only at a sorcery speed. But basically, we go fishing. We get to throw our little line in. It's cool. Triple Triad, 6 mana, very cool though. Beginning of our upkeep, each player exiles the top card, etc. And we get to do stuff without paying their mana cost. Kind of the vibe. Then, Wand of Wonder, pay 4, roll a d20. Hey, there's gambling. What's more fun than that? Each opponent exiles cards until they exile instant sorcery, then shuffles the rest. Who cares? We can cast 1, 2, or 3 of them, depending on how hot the dice are that night. Very cool. Then, Ensnared by the Mara. I love Villainous Choice. All our opponents either exile until they hit a non-land card that we can then cast without its mana cost, or that player loses the top 4 cards of their library and that mana value as damage. Boom, it's a good card. I love it. Plarg, Dean of Chaos. We can pay 5 mana, reveal cards from the top of our library until we hit a non-legendary, non-land card with mana value 3 or less, and we can cast it without paying its mana cost. Everything else goes on the bottom. It's good. It's also draw, because we can discard a card and draw a card. I like it. It's chaos. It's fun. Shifting Shadow. Little bit unorthodox, but it's sometimes removal, because enchanted creature has haste, and at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy this creature. So you cast it on somebody else, and then you reveal cards from the top of your library until we hit a cool creature, put it onto the battlefield, attach the shadow to it, put all other stuff on the bottom, and then we basically are cycling through our deck. It's chaos. We're fishing. Like it's like in Club Penguin, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, more chaos. Let's dive in. We got Mind Claw Shaman, 5 mana, enters the battlefield. Target opponent reveals their hand. We can cast an instant or sorcery from that player's hand without paying its mana cost. And guess what? Offspring him. Now you got 2. It's genius. Mysterious Stranger, 4 mana, enters the battlefield. For each graveyard with an instant or sorcery in it, exile target instant or sorcery. 2 or more cards are exiled this way. Choose one, cast it without paying its mana cost. Offspring this guy. Now he's got a baby. Now we got more stuff. It's cool. We're fishing for stuff. Noise Marine. Marine, fish. It's all working out. 5 mana, Cascade. Now we're doing Cascade stuff. Enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to the number of spells we cast this turn to any target. It's pretty cool. And we can offspring this guy. You don't get the double Cascade, but you'll do a lot of damage. And that's, fun. Then we got Wildfire Devils. 4 mana, enters the battlefield, and at the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player at random, exiles an instant or sorcery. We get to copy it, pay the copy without the mana cost. Love it. Ethereum Horn Sorcerer. All right. If you like cryptocurrency, this guy's 6 mana. He's got Cascade, and we could pay 3 to remove him and put him back into our hand to then Cascade again. I love Cascade. It's a great mechanic because we got the Now Fish knee because he's a fish. 6 mana. When we cast stuff from exile, we copy it. We're doing that so much. We get a copy of it. And if it's a creature or a permanent, it gains haste and we have to sacrifice it. But most of the time, we're getting like instants and sorceries and stuff. So now we're getting a giga removal or giga damage. It's really fun. I love the Now Fish name. But what if our fish want to cast spells? Good thing we got Throes of Chaos. 4 mana, Cascade, Retrace. You just discard a land and you get to cast it again and again, cascading, getting cool fishing stuff. I love it. Call forth the Tempest. Tempest? Like an ocean thing? Anyway, it's 8 mana. It's got double Cascade, deals a bunch of damage to each creature your opponents control. So it's a board wipe, and you get to fish. I love it. Into the Time Vortex. 5 mana, Cascades twice because it rebounds. Love it. Then we got Let the Galaxy Burn. What a banger card. X5. It's got Cascade. It's good. Does a bunch of damage. Really cool. Then we got Volcanic Torrent. Basically, a torrent of Let the Galaxy Burn because it's got Cascade, deals X damage to each creature and planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of spells you cast this turn. We do that a lot. It's fun and cool. Now, of course, had to throw in Shabraz, the Sky Shark. He's 5 mana. He's a shark. You draw cards, you put +1 counters on him, you gain life. He gets stronger. He's a win con. He flies. And you know what they say about sharks is they've got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Don't even seem to be living till they come up and bite you. Then their eyes roll over white, and you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red in spite of the pounding and the hollering. They all come and they rip you to pieces. Anyway, how do we win? Well, obviously, we got our Atali fishing up stuff. We got our cool Cascade stuff, getting us a lot of card advantage, digging us through our deck, fishing us through our deck, I should say. And of course, the Frost Fair Lure Fish with Foretell works with Now Fishnay because it's being cast from exile. We get a copy of it. Boom. 2 more 1/1 fish. 2 more money tokens. And of course, what if we offspringed it from there? Thanks to Zinnia. Boom. 2 more fish. 2 more monies. It's all making sense. We got so many 7/7s. Our board state is terrifying. Now, that Zinnia this whole time has been using the fishing pole to make 1/1 blue fish, giving them a lot of fish oil and buffing them up hella. Now they're super strong. And since our board state looks like an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet, thanks to Plarga Nasari getting crazy stuff like birds and whatever people don't want, now our guy can carry our fish to victory like the pelican from Finding Nemo and swing in for victory. It all makes sense. And of course, one other big win con is Passionate Archaeologist, because now we're dealing damage whenever we cast from exile. And what is an archaeologist except a fisherman that's really, really patient? You waited a long time for that fish. Now, of course, this deck has it all. Cool fish and stuff that makes krakens and other stuff. And you get a shark with the shark's eyes like a doll's eyes. Sorry, I get carried away. And we get to play with our opponent's toys. What's not to like? And of course, Prosperity is the 6-pack of Miller Lite that we got. Look, they're drinking, they're having a good time. It's a beer with the boys. Life can never be too good, is what they always say. That does bring us to the end of the video. So if you liked it, leave a like. If you subscribe, subscribe. Shout out to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting me. You get access to early videos. You get behind the scenes stuff. It's great. If you want to support me, check out the Patreon. I got a Discord linked in the description down below. Feel free to join it. It's fun and cool. And if you have something you want me to build, challenge me in the comments down below. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.